Let's give it a couple of minutes. We'll get Cat. Trusting you'll hear me. Hi, Teresa. Hi, guys. About another minute and we'll get going. So to do it on time, getting quite warm here. Okay, that's 4 o'clock. Hi, guys. I'm going to put the thing on before I forget. There we are. Okay, sorry to let those guys in. Right, great stuff. Good afternoon, everybody. We've still got the NASDAQ up now. It's coming off again. I was a bit iffy earlier on, but decided the negative, I quite frankly expect, at least for myself, to be coming off again. So that's fine. The next major hurdle is going to break through is 12,000. 12,000 breaks, we can maybe have another move to 11.5, and then probably a bit of a bounce there. And then if it goes through to 11, we can check it again. So just keep an eye on that. Don't chase it down here. But if you're in, obviously hold on. But if you have want to look at entry, I'd see a bit of at least a clean break in 12, maybe 11.9. I don't know, it jumps around so much. It's quite difficult, but down is the name of the game. 4 o'clock, we had the non-manufacturing purchase managers index, and it came in at 56.9 compared to 55. So prices went up. So that's probably a bit of strength of the dollar as well on that. So just out of interest. Okay, dollar is back up above 110, 110.24, and that's having a negative effect on the markets, as you can see. We can look at a couple of shares later on after we've gone through any trade ID we want to look at. And in the meantime, we'll look at the trades we went into so far today, a little bit yesterday. Okay, so just keep an eye on that and come back to it. What can we start? CHFJPY was buy at 144.70. That was Zeph's idea, 144.70. Yeah, it's in profit, good stuff. It's about 20 pips up, but it was spread there. But anyway, it's in profit. That's the main thing. So I wouldn't be chasing it now. If you want to chase it, ask Zeph, not me. I'm a bit nervous about it. But yeah, if you follow that trade, it's looking okay at the moment. Let's go then. The next on the list was, where are we now? We've got gold. Go down, try and get an alphabetical order. Where are we? Euro JPY. That was a buy at 141.22. I'm winking on that one. Anyway, let's have a look. 141.22. Well, that's down a bit, but not a train smash. Thought it might be more of a pullback. But anyway, it's down 20 pips, but it's not a train smash, but it's not the prettiest we've ever seen. Anyway, it's down 20 pips. The next one would be, where are we now? Oh, yes, Euro CHF. That was a buy and a sell. I was for the sell at 97.50 and Zeph and a few others at the buy at 97.50. What's it doing now? Okay, it's a little bit down, about 20 pips. Not exactly shooting the right side, I have to be honest. But anyway, it's 20 pips in the favor, or just over 20 pips now into favor if the guys shorted it. I'm not sure you should be moving a stop just yet. One of the guys obviously shorted it to 29.750. I'd like to see it break a little bit below 20. Then we get the stop down to entry if that occurs. Okay, obviously, if you went long, well, hold on, because that's your stop then would be 96.58 or whatever. Okay, but come off a little bit. I'm not sure how long as your legal more confirmation. You are stop loss. You are stop loss. And I could hit stop loss unless I gave you the wrong one. Hang on. What did I give you there? Just a second. Maybe gave you the wrong stop. Couldn't be stopped out. What did I give you? So I'm checking on that. URCH. No, it's not what I sent you. Okay, that's fine. Oh yes. Sorry, you've been away, of course. That was it. We went in again. Beg your pardon. You went in today. I'm with you now. I'm panicking. I thought, man, I've done that before by mistake. So much going on. Posted stop loss. Instead of 100 pips and 10 pips or something, 10 pips away. Like 9.8, so it should be 9.7 something, for example. No, that was yeah, that's correct. We went into another one this morning where we something noise second. There we are. Excuse me. If you want to speak as per normal, just tell me to. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, so we went another one this morning, and a couple of guys said it was a long at 97.50. And I and a couple of guys said a short 97.50. And that's nice to have both sides of the equation, different opinions, to give people the confidence to, to have different opinions. It's all about. And so far, it's slightly in profit for short sellers. Okay. So I won't be joining it now, Mike. That's just another one into it, trying to get back what we got smacked on the other day. So it's slightly in the favor, but we haven't planned out yet. It's still moving around pretty close to entry. 20 pips is okay, but it's not exactly jumping up and down with joy yet. So we can leave it for the moment. Yeah, well, I've got down the 97.50 and to 98.40 as my stop loss and 95.76 as my TP. Get interest. Right, where were we? That's CHFJ. We've done that one, yeah. We'll go down. We'll come at the moment. Let's get to gold. We went for short on gold. Gold seems to be doing okay at the moment. Not surprising because the hey, nice 1-0. Yeah. I think we had a 1690 as the target, but guys got in at 14, 15, 16, 19, wherever you got in. For goodness sake, you might get some noise at where's the gold? Put it up for, yeah. Get some noise at 1700, excuse me. At 1700. So move your stop down to, I don't know, make it 1705. Somewhere about that. It's difficult. Don't get stopped out if it continues down. But it might get a bit of noise in the round figure before it continues down. The dollar's still going up, so the likely it's going to go further down. So that would be quite good for the guys on board. So that's quite pleasant. So I have to be honest, I've got a smile on my face on that one, and that's definitely a winning trade. Modify your stop so we can't lose on the trade. Anyone who took that one. Okay, so that was nice. What was the next one? GBP USD got in, where is it now? Quite a few trades here to find it. 1.16, that's right, 1.16. And now that's nearly 100 pips down. What a pleasure. Clearly, again, move your stop. No brainwaves here. Move your stop down. You might get a bit of a bounce. So let's try and look at a 1 hour chart. Maybe put it just above the 51 hour moving average. Make it just above there. Make it 1528. There you are. So if it breaks through further down, the dollar's so strong, likelihood is going to happen. It might get a bit of a bounce from profit taking before it moves further down. So keep the stop out of the way. Make it a little bit higher. Make it 1540. You've still got 60 pip profit, but I'd hate to see as it bounces, takes you out, and comes further off again. So make it 1540 unless you want to make it a little bit lower. That's your choice. I'm just checking it out to you guys there. But whatever, that's clearly a winning trade. What a pleasure. Another one was a GBP NZD. I think some guys might have gone in again. I don't know. But GBP NZD, what's happening there? Yeah, that's a bit of a Mickey Mouse one. That one, I think, just leave that one alone. Okay, just move that out of the way. That one, put it across and leave that. Okay. S&P 500 got in about 39.50, I think it was. Where's S&P down here? Where's S&P 500? Oh, here we are. Okay, so that's nice in profit as well. So you're doing okay, those trades, essentially. Hey, Mike. Right, yeah. So that's doing okay. You can move your stop down to entry now, so you cannot lose on that trade. Move it down to entry. You cannot lose on that trade. Okay, that's fine. We did the EUR JPY. It's a bit quick to start modifying stops on that, so let that one run. Gold, we know we've got the stop into a profit, so that's a nice one. Give a tick to that one. It's nice to see these ticks, I tell you. Hey, and US dollar Japanese yen, we got up 140.50, and that was yesterday, and that shot the lights out, as you can see. So that's 220 pips in profit. Hey, I think that's opened up whiskey champagne job. That, well, obviously, unless you probably don't already. The guys who trade before have done it, and you need to tell them that. But if you haven't, or you're new to it, you're in that one, and you've been sure about it, and you haven't, for God's sake, don't leave this 139. That's not a cool thing to do. Move it up. I've moved my stop up to, I think it's 142.20, I think it is. Yeah, 142.20. So I think you can maybe put it a little higher. I personally think, is it quite at the TP at 43? Not quite. I'm thinking dollar throwing, it might be worthwhile modifying the TP on this one. So I'm going to suggest, but modify your stop loss to 142.50, and then you can modify the TP up further up. Make it, I don't know, make it 143.50. If it starts getting close, modify your stop, modify your TP out of the way until you eventually get stopped out. Okay. So this is one of the unusual ones. I think you'll modify your TP. I think you might even break through. It's really flying at the moment. So we should be on board. I know I am, so I've got a big fat grin on my face. Yeah, so modify to stop loss first, 42.50, and modify your TP up to 143.50. Starts going up in 144. We'll check it later the next hour or so. Okay, so that one is clearly a winning trade, and that's a beaut, if ever there was one. Okay, great. The Dow, we had a short on for those who could afford it. I don't think enough people could afford it, so I didn't write it down. But if those who did afford it and did go into it, clearly would be smiling on that one. That's well, you can see that's clearly. What was this now? What's this now? 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, around about this level. Yeah, it's got about 31,500. It's now about 400 pips in profit. So the guy who took that, I can't remember who it was, he's got a fat smile on his face. The yen, look at that, that's 400. Yeah, I've got to be careful with these ups and downs. It is very tempting to do that. Rather modify your stop instead of grabbing a profit. Modify your stop till you get stopped out instead of grabbing it. You know what I mean? That would have been far better. So if you're in that one, you should have modified your stop till you, as I say, till you get stopped out. Closing a trade, because it's pure psychology. I see it all the time. You're doing what? Don't take away when you panic, and the momentum's down. You're missing out. So that's just something to be learning on, guys. From what Osborne did for everybody there. Try rather modify, and if you're getting nervous, you always, unless you're on a micro, but you'd always maybe bank party a position and let them modify rather just close it. I'm very rarely close a trade. I'm nearly always stopped out because you never know. It might pop around a bit, make you nervous, then scream off again, and then you're not on board. But it's up to you. But profit is profit. But It's a pity because you take the smack when it goes against you. I mean, it always reach target the stop loss, but hardly ever reach target the TP. We're so nervous, we take it so quickly. So in the end, you're getting several winning trades, and then one loser comes back and smacks you. I mean, how many times has stop loss not been hit? You know, you hang on till it is hit. Sometimes you move it away. You can't handle that, and that's really the biggest bane of the traders when they start off in the trading life. Is they take the profit too quick out of panic and hold the stop onto the losses too long because I think it's going to come back again. And one bad one wipes out several good ones. So just be careful of that and try and be, careful. I think I made the point. Okay, guys. Right. Okay, well, I think we get the 143 the way it's going. The dollar's up over 110.5. I've got it in front of me. The dollar index is actually screaming up. So I think it's going to probably go through there. But anyway, you're out. I'm joining now. Don't try and say, what, should I get back in again? No, that should sell, mate. What's it doing now? Yeah, it's easing its way in that direction. So see if it gets there. Has gold broken through yet? Not quite, but I think it's a good chance it might break through. So all these are winners. So we've got a smile on the face. The Euro CHF, it's a CHF JPY. We'll see how that happens. That Euro CHF, it's a bit early to call that as a winner. I want to, if it is comes off a bit more, we can move the stop. But I'd like to see it a little bit further down. Maybe this might be a bit rangy on this one, so we can be a bit worried. But if you can break through here, if you break through here, level here, around about that level that starts to break through here, then you can modify your stop to a couple of pips below entry just to make sure you don't pay any costs you can't lose. That's probably the best one. So what have we got? S&P a winner, GBP USD a winner, gold a winner, US dollar, Japanese yen a winner. And so far today, I'm just waiting for the others to come through. And if you're short on the Euro CHF, you're in a profit. So not bad going. And the guy who took the Dow is having a big smile on their face. Okay, but the ones who couldn't afford the Dow would be smiling. Okay, they might motivate you to put some more money in so you can do the Dow and get the 400, but that's up to you. Don't put in if you feel nervous about it, but suggesting, okay, once you've got the confidence. Because as I say, when you're undercapitalized in any business, it's always going to be a struggle. I'm not talking from my point of view, I'm talking for yours, okay? Okay, right. Okay, that's fine. Went through that little lot. I've mentioned the 4 o'clock PMI, which is a little bit unexpected. So we've got still the dollar surging. So I'm certainly going to be pricing. When's it? Not next week, maybe it's a week after when we're going to do the interest rate. I think it's going to be 75 basis points in the US. I think we've got one coming up soon as well over here, and that's certainly going to go up as well. Yeah, well, that's that one. I say you were in it, and I'm afraid I missed it. I was going to get one for 660, and I missed it. I'd been 200 pips up on that nearly, so I'm a little bit upset about that. But that was my own full fault. Didn't lose, but I just chickened out. I'm actually learning a bit from you there, Zeph. Just as it's high, I get a bit nervous chasing. We chased it well on the yen. CHF JPY is another one seems to be doing okay. Was that one of them anyway? And so it's high. What's probably going higher? Overcome your fears. So we're all the same. So you'll learn. And I've missed out on that. Well done, anybody who took it. So that's pretty good. And that's one. I want to go back to what Osman just said there. That's one of the problems. We're getting all these lot of winning trades out. It's not with reflecting. It's because guys are taking too quick. They're not on board, and they're holding on to the ones they went against. So the bad one, like the GBP NZD, they probably hold on, move the stop until all the 5 or 6 other winners suddenly, fade in the background. So rather move the stop loss towards entry, and not away. Don't increase your risk, tempting that might be. Okay. Can't overstate this is a psychological game. If you want to be good at this, you take a degree, not in technical analysis, but it's psychology. So very much so. Okay, right. Is the Nasdaq falling? It should be the dollar screaming up. And look at the yields. What's up with the yields? Yields are shooting up as well, which is very bad for the indices and very bad for the stock market. So we'll be looking to sell. Whatever's coming on the markets now, unless we can ship a sell, we're looking to sell, not buy at this stage. And we haven't got it yet to bargain hunting time. Okay, So if you can find a share you're looking at, you want to look at, fine. We want a reasonable place to sell it, because otherwise we don't want to be chasing it if it's too far away. Well, I contradict what I just said about the yen just now, but yeah, be a little bit careful chasing it. From I take Microsoft. That hit my target, it was 262. I think it was. I can't remember now. I'm not sure comfortable to chase it much more. Yeah, there's a bit of resistance there. Might get a bit of a bounce. The Nasdaq looked like it's breaking through. I think it might pop up again, but if it pops back just above 12,000, I think you've got a shorting opportunity. Give a decent 200 pip stops. You've got to risk a minimum $20 whether you like it or not. What it's 340 rand or whatever. Say it's 350 rand. You've got to be looking at that if you can be able to afford that kind of risk. But I think the Nasdaq should come to the party. I still see some guys out there still buying it. Super fixation with it. I'm not doing too well out of my head. Anyway, okay, so getting a bit of a bounce on gold, but I think it's going to come off again. Our good friend NGAS been in there for about 2 millenniums, I think. Anyway, it's coming off nicely. So we're anyway, if you're still in NGAS, don't take your profit yet. Bring your stop loss down, like I say. We got a 927 about 2 weeks ago. So those guys are still lingering with it. Bring it down to maybe 8.70. You got a nice profit there. Let the damn thing run. Okay. Good enough. Okay, right. Even the F stop. Remember that we had the other day? Well, I think it's about a week or so ago. We've got it at 16. That's doing nicely. Some guys might have been stopped out on modifying. Those are still in modifying. The last thing we want to do is turn a winner. I'd rather miss out on a lot of profit than turn a winner into a loser. Very frustrating. That really screws your head in. It's like being 2 sets up, 3 love up, and then the guy comes back and beats you. Not a happy chappy. Now, afternoon, sorry, let's look at the other screen. Afternoon, non-fanello. Okay, right, good stuff. Right, any other trades you'd like to look at? AUD CAD. We had that the other day. I think we did quite well. Yes, we did. We had the other day at 89.30. Is it worth joining again, unless you're on board? Didn't mention whether you're on board or not. We're still doing fine. 89.30. We modified a stop to a winning trade. We've gone down to 89, actually. Something like that on the dot. Yeah. Anyway, still coming off. I can't remember where he modified to, but it's still coming off. We've got an 8770 as the TP. Yeah, the reason why it shouldn't continue down. It's a bit of resistance here. I'm not sure I'll be too keen on joining it. Okay, well, maybe leave that alone then. That's a good point. I didn't know that. I don't have Apple, so I don't really follow it that much. Okay, I think that's probably a good idea. Come to that in a minute. Just to finish AUD off. All right. Oh, you got stopped out then. Okay, well, you made a profit anyway. If anyone's still on board, stay on board, modify your stop, get stopped out. At least there's a profit. That's the main thing. But still getting down to see. But I wouldn't be joining it now unless somebody disagrees. Anybody like to join it now? Anyone? I don't know if you're in or not. You didn't mention that, Mr. CEO. But I'm not keen to join it now. No. Okay. No comments, so we'll move on. Right. Apple is a new iPhone tomorrow. I think it is best to wait till that sales stop in or come into trade for forecasting about what you got. That's what you're talking about with the preemptive mounts. Maybe that probably discounted. Always got to remember, guys, when the man in the street hears about it, believe me, the big boys have heard about it before you've got that information. So they would have reacted. If they haven't reacted, I wouldn't say do that. Keep an eye on the fundamentals just to know what's going on. But to trade them is another ball game because unfortunately, the Goldman Sachs get the news before it flashes across your screen. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have already acted on it. So by the time the news gets to you, sorry, the price will move accordingly. Just remember that. Okay, still on board AUD, that's fine. Move your stop loss down there, Precious, easy for me to pronounce. I think it's your other name. Make sure you don't lose the trade. And it's still going down. Maybe you can make it maybe 20 pips away from the price. You get stopped out, you get a handsome profit. If you don't, you make an even more handsome profit. Okay, so I wouldn't preempt it. I think there's downside all the way along the moment. I would be selling that at about 156.50. I wouldn't be chasing on that news for the reason I just gave. I hope that made sense. I mean, interesting trade the other day where you use the COT data. So if institutions are long, retails are short, we go long and vice versa. Well, I'm afraid the institutions got big money, so yeah. That's probably, I've seen some prop traders do that on the Aussie 40 where they have access to the work for the company and what the other traders' positions going in. And as soon as they see a big one going in, they just clamber in just behind it. So when it gets filled, that very big position gets filled, it'll obviously push the price in that direction, they grab onto it. We don't have access to that. So we'll tell you that may be fed up, but anyway, it's one of those things. Okay, we'll look at NZD-JPY now, but I don't know any. I'm agreeing with the short. I think maybe a little bit higher up, and we'll see what that news brings out tomorrow. That's basically it. We get it wrong. Like what they call the DRS in Formula One. Grab the slipstream to overtake. Okay, so keep an eye on that if you want. NZD-JPY. What do you want to do with this? Take my TP to 89. So obviously a buy with it, which I probably agree with. And let's have a look. I would like to look for the long. I'll tell you want to enter. Take my TP to 89.53. Stop loss 84. It's a big stop. Can we get that kind of reaction? So you look at the monthly, have to wait a bit. Wow. We've been at that height a long time ago. Don't see have the data. You can if you like, Zeph. Again, I'm sorry, it's right at resistance. It's been defended on the monthly the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months or whatever, to push through. Yeah, the end is weak, I get that, but has it got enough for them to push through? I think I'd rather see a bit of a break if I get clever and go in long at the moment, or a bit of a pullback, profit-taking pullback. See, because it's just get this out of the way. Yeah, here we go. Target's coming now. So you've got the target at 89.53. Oh, I see where you're coming from. About this sort of level here. I get it. I'll put that in for next time. Right about that level there. 89.60, that's a monthly. You need sort of precise sound neurosurgery to get exactly on that in a monthly. But okay, I take your point, but you're having a big stop. So this way they put in the stop. 84, put 85. 85. About there. I see what you mean. Below the monthly, below the weekly. Yeah, below the weekly. And we're walking now into Tuesday. 22 days, but never mind. Sort of okay-ish. I personally wait for a bit of a pullback before I jump in, but if you want to do it, fair enough. But the name of the game is up. I get that. Okay. We can indeed, but that ship might put itself. I'm not sure about confident to join it now. But there's a lot of guys on boards with a big smile on their face on this one. But to continue to go up. But to chase it now, I'm not too sure. You're going to have your stop on the daily. It's not a week on the daily down here somewhere, which is, yeah, it's about 200 pips stop. That's today. So, yeah, unless you want to, if you want the calculator up, but I'm not sure you'd be on your own there, I think, unless somebody wants to join. Anyone to join in now? Or you've got to make it clear. If you're already in, it's complete. You've got to let me know because I'm barking up the wrong tree. But I'm assuming you want to go for it. I'm assuming that, and I'm thinking it's a bit late chasing it now, personally. Does anyone want to join it? I say I'm not keen. What about you, Zeph? You got pretty courageous in this. Do you think it's a good idea to join it? I know you're on board, but do Do you think she should join it now? Anyone want to, I've made my statement. Anyone want to back her? Okay, Osborne, thanks. It's a whistle stop. We'll catch you next time. Anybody like to join the lady? Yeah. I'm going to wait a moment or two just till I get till I get some sort of consensus. I've made I've made my argument, as the lawyers say. Don't think you're getting much backing, so you're going to have to make your mind up whether you want to do that on your own, because I'm not getting much backing on that. Okay, fair enough. If you want, I'll put a calculator up for you if you want to do it now. Just let me know. You've got to let me know. Okay. Okay, fine. We'll move on. Okay, let's have a check of this. Still bouncing up a little bit, so we can't move the stop on that yet. So that's still leave that alone. I'm doing the day this morning at about 4 a.m. So it should have sold for now. Well, there you are. Okay, non-fellow, there you are. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, GBP USD is still coming off, is it? Still trying to come off a bit. But anyway, you modified your stop on that, so you should be okay. Whatever happens, just keep an eye on that. Okay, anything else? Is the NAS still coming off? Slowed down a little bit, but with the yields so damn high and the dollar so high, I expect it should come off a bit. So it's getting near the 12,000 mark. Yeah. Pops its head above there, maybe this sort of level here on the hourly. Maybe just pop his head above. If you have the money, remember, you short it. You can afford about 350 rand risk. You can short if it pops its head up a bit. Because I do see the downside continuing. All the sane indicators are pushing for the downside. In fact, it might not get any higher. You might want to chase it here, but I'll just put it on for you. Anyone can afford this, of course. If you can't, don't do it. You've got to keep free margin. Okay, make it 12.2 and make it 11.5. You see, you're talking about 370 bucks risk, and it's coming off again as expected. So if you want to chase it short, there you are. Tell me, I need two guys. You want it? I'll put it down. It's a high probability, I have to be honest, but still could come back and bite. Like a couple of trades on gold was first thing this morning, jumped up, made no sense to me. So be careful. But I think we've got some downside here. Let me know, and I'll put it down at 12,000 entry. Nobody? Okay, we'll move along. Nobody wants to do it. Any shares you want to look at? We looked at Apple. We thought we'd just leave it for that reason. BA, which is not a clearly it's not a what you call it tech stock, but that looks like, can we get in there? Bit iffy. One I want to show is Alibaba, if we can get a breakthrough. Yeah, still it's open down. That was the one I had an eye on to short if we could get it around about these levels. But unfortunately, it's open down, and it seems to be holding at the moment there. So we unfortunately can't. Probably all should go open down. So maybe a bit nervous to chase it. We can break through actually. In a bit of a mess at the moment. What the hell? Unreal. Yeah. Yeah, so a bit, yeah. Short the rally, give it a miss for now. I think probably the same with Tesla. Remember, that was a share split like in Google. You see, that's a share split. It's not a fundamental, purely a 3-to-1 share split. What the hell's up here? Hardly moving at all. Okay, I'll leave that. Netflix might be a bit overcooked. Might get a bit of a pullback on this one. No, got to see the break here. It might bounce from there. It might get a bounce on Netflix. It's doing quite well at the moment. It's still the #1 streamer despite the competition. So it might hold another bounce. I think that's not a good idea. Okay. I wouldn't be buying it, no, Mark. You might get a bounce. Rather short the rally. Don't get too clever on the bounce. Another one I quite like was Oxy. Can we do this? Occidental. Down, what's Brent doing? Yeah, it's coming off still. I think that ship might have sailed. Forward, the ship sailed. Okay, as long as else I can do on that. Okay. So those are not in gold. I'm wondering who's worth chasing now. I assume you're all in gold. And in a nice profit, you modify the stop loss. But I'm not sure. Is it worth chasing now? Try and put an hourly chart up. So I think it's going to go through. And I say the dollar's all the strength there, and it's quite high up on the yields. Yeah, I think maybe pushing it a bit, pushing your luck a bit there, but I think it will come off further. So you can short a higher price, all the better. Okay, what's about the yen? It's coming off a little bit. Someone said it might get a 143. I thought it might do. Sort of flirted with it, didn't it? Flirted with it, not quite there, but still. If you get stopped out, you've had a super profit, so I'm not going to cry on that one. Okay. So, where do you go from here, guys? I just want to think of something. I just want to mention, just because something's high, it doesn't say you should suddenly short it, by the way. A lot of guys say it must be a bit high, it must come off. Not necessarily, so be careful. If it's a bit high, I think I'll short it. Rather wait for a pullback and buy it. Okay. Let's cover that lot. We covered quite a bit there. So, right, what's the next step? I'm just going to number these trades we got out at the moment. We've still got the golds in there. Euro CHF, JPY, S&P, numbering them here. Euro JPY was an issue on that one. GBP USD 6 on that one. And AUD, Japanese yen. Okay, we've got about 9 out at the moment. Some have already taken the profits and can't rejoin it, but 9. And the only one that seemed to come a cropper so far on that 9 was the GBP NZD. I beg your pardon. Sorry, out of 10, we got 2 wrong. Just under there. 10 Euro NZD. Got to be honest here, guys. So we got 2 out of 10 wrong. That's not bad. Try to go in 2 out of 3, and that's better. So that's fine. I think we can give ourselves a pat on the back on that one. It's pretty good. The industry average, you might know. The proper industry average, not the BS industry average. They show you 100% winning trades all the time, stand in front of Ferrari. I'm talking about the industry average. They aim at around about 2 out of 3. So we're ahead of the game, which is nice. Give ourselves a bells. AUD JPY. I hope you're in long, Raymond. I hope you're in long. AUD JPY. You're still holding on. That's fine. I'm not sure I'll be joining. Hang on, I'll try. We should be joining it now, but it might break through. Yeah, if you should be in a profit, good. You should be in a profit. Modify your stop. Obviously, you haven't told me what you got in at, so I can't advise you or whatever until you give me the full information. If you want to tell me stuff, I've got to have the data, as they say. As Sherlock Holmes, you say, I need data. But yeah, definitely modify the stop and ride it. It might go up further, it might take that out. I wouldn't close it. Just make sure you can't lose in the trade. Okay. That must have been about a week or so. I think we had that about over a week ago. I've checked some out, all the bloody trades on paper here, chucked them away. S&P is getting a bit of a bounce. It might get stopped out now. Still see downside. Pity. So it might be doing a bit better than that. Where is it? Yeah, I lost it. Here we are. Giving a bit of a bounce. But it might hold. Anyway, we're in profit. That's the main thing. Still see downside. It's popped up about 10, 15 pips, but we're still in profit, so let that one run. Just get your stop down to entry anyway. So you can't lose. Okay. So you get more out of that. And the AUD CHF, was that a trade? Someone go for that trade. Seems to ring a bell somewhere. Are we in that one? Don't think we are. No, we're not. AUD CHF. AUD's a bit stronger lately, so we'll have a look at that anyway. Yeah, look, indecision. It seems to be trying to hold the 50-day moving average. Seem to be holding. I'm a bit nervous to buy it, actually. It could get some upside here, but look at that defense there with the tick, the wick. Look at that defense there. How far is it to go up there? $80 pips, and the Swiss is quite strong. I'm not too sure about this. I think it breaks through there, but rather looking for a short. If that candle closes below there tomorrow, I might be looking for a short. Otherwise, I think I'll probably give that one a miss. Okay. EDUSD, someone asked where it was this morning by WhatsApp. Oh, that's right, he couldn't make the trading, we had stuff to do. And that was about 65, 60 or something, I can't remember. So the short wasn't a bad idea. What's it out? What's it now? 4, 3, 2, somewhere around about that level. Yeah, about 67.80, that's right. For a short, reasonably wide stop to take it right down here somewhere. But I'm not sure I'll be chasing it now. But he got in. So I don't want to chase that now. But if we can come up a bit, we can sell it down again. Dollar is almighty at the moment. So just wait for a better price, I think. If someone disagrees, I'm just looking around, I'm speaking. Okay, pleasure, Raymond. All right, so where we're NZD-USD, I think that ship might, can we get some in here? Seems to be trying to break through, doesn't it? Where can you put the stop? Because it's slightly weak in the AUD. It's a better one to sell against the dollar. 85 pips, maybe, no, make it a little wider. About 95 pips, $9.5. It's about 160 around a micro. Rather get a small and get a wider stop, but because it might pop up again. But I see some more downside on this one. Can we get it? I'm not sure we get yes, we can. Always think of Obama when I hear that. Yes, we can. Old enough to remember that was his slogan when he got in. How far is that? 79. It's not really going to hack it, is it? You have to take it down there somewhere, maybe to here. Okay, Zeth. Okay, good stuff. It'll be Ashon tomorrow, so just remember your own trades and discuss them with him, whatever, and take it from there. Okay. I think it's chasing a bit now. Anyone want to join on this one? Bit iffy, yeah. Mondili's in. Okay, we'll put something up there. So you don't want to chase this one then. I want to stop here, don't I? Not the stop target, I mean. Okay, go back to the daily. I'll put the target just up here, out of the way. And the TP 95.11. Sorry, 95. Getting dyslexia. 0.59. Why does it do that? So I have to knock this off. It does that sometimes. What's oh, sorry guys, just give me a break. What's happening here? We rely on technology and lets us down. We're stuffed there. All right, oh, short. Short. And naught. Ah, God almighty, it's ridiculous. I'll do off the top of my head, it's not going to work. 0.59, that's 10 from that. It's 140 pips. And the difference to the stop there is, I'll do it the quick way, just check it here. 140 pips potential profit, 90. No, it's just on the 1.5. Try once more, but if you want to do it, 0.5911. Do as you're told. Got it. No, I haven't. Okay, so it's 0.5911. What's happening here? Maybe we'd go out and go back in again. At long last, yeah. Yeah, it's about 1.5 is correct. 160 bucks is correct on that, so there's your risk. Yeah, I think so, funny. Anyone want to do this? We'll move on if you don't. Von Deal is in, anyone want to join him? Okay, it's too slow, so I have to move on. Yeah, I think so. What's it? You got it. Okay, you got it. But nobody else seems to want to join you, so we'll write it down, but you can remind me or whoever's hosting next time, so it goes. Okay, I think you can. I think you can. It's jumped up nicely. I'm just looking at the yields are still very high. What's the dollar doing? It's come off a bit, but to be fair, then the buyers are coming in again. So this might be worth doing. So I'll get this out. Yeah, I think you could do it again. I like the downside. Definitely see the downside. How far away is that? That's all right. 100 pips. That's about 160, 170 bucks. Got to remember that. And take it back down to 3.8. So if you want to do that again, we'll see if we get this. Doesn't kick up this time, I hope. Oh, God, here we go. Okay, well, there's a stop already in and 3.8. No, that's clearly not going to work. Okay, we'll try. I like the widest stop. No, we don't have to that wide. Maybe we can do this because it's very strong at the moment. Maybe put a slightly tighter stop. There we are. That should do it. Yeah. So try that. Or maybe no, better still. Maybe get a wider TP. Just a second. Rather get a wider TP. Prefer that than a wider stop. See if that's going to work. Don't think it is. Not quite. Still, maybe slightly wider stop down to these lows here. Try that. Just down to these lows here. That's just about squeezing it. It is a wide stop, but I'd rather have this thing bouncing around. But it hasn't been for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days above that 50-day moving average and the 10, and we've got the cross there on the 10 on the 50, which is a powerful indicator, or I can see quite clear that it's going down anyway, so that's fairly irrelevant. But bottom line is, yeah, that's what you're looking at, 180 bucks a micro. They are fine if you like it. But I definitely see the downside. Okay, that's fine. Well, there you are. Okay, we'll bounce around a bit, but yeah, short the rally is the name of the game. All happy with that? Good. Good. The NAS popped up a bit, just give an opportunity to come off again. I think the NAS is going to come off again. So we're just running around at the moment. Yeah, I think good chance to come off again. Do anyone want to join the NAS for a short? I won't put it down unless you say so. I won't put the S&P down fine because we're already in that, some of the guys still. But if anyone's out and wants to join in again, can. Buying the rejection. Sounds like my love life there, Martin. For sure. $200 per normal stop, so that's going to take to 12,250. There we are. We can take that down to 11.5. If anyone wants to join and can afford to join on this one, we're talking 370 risk per micro. If anyone wants to join finally on this one, I'm sorry, mate, I want to put a little bit higher. I don't like it within the day's range. There we are. It's 380, but rather have that. Okay, so there you are. Anyone to join him on that one? And good for you, of course, Mark. Good for you. Sniper entry. A throuple sniper entry. Okay. Right. Anyone to join finally on this one? If you do, then I will write this down. Please don't do it on accounts of 1 or 2 grand. You think about that? It's going to switch to the light side. Nobody wants to join him? I can't wait right now. All right. Anything else, guys? Anyone to revisit, look again, discuss? Right. Doing okay. Hey, so you can get some more good ones going. Don't want to do it. I'm not this often. GBP USD still going down. That's good. So anything else to revisit? Look again. Is the Euro CHF anything happening there? Euro CHF. Nope. No, it's just jumping around. Leave that for the moment. Anything else you want to look at? If you've been stopped out in the profit and the trade rebounded, you can have a second bash it. I've done that 2 or 3 times on the same trade. You know, you stop loss TP, come off, bounce, got out, gone up again, gone down, bounce, gone up, gone down again. Yeah, so you always have another bash if we stopped out and revisit like finally on the S&P. Okay, you got to shoot off then. Thanks anyone joining us, Non-Vanilla, and I hope you've got some joy out of this hour or so you spent with us. Come on, guys, great bunch of brains there. Find something there. So that gold's coming off a bit more, good stuff. See yen still doing its thing. It's okay, it's hovering. Might get a bit higher, but it's looking like it's cooling down a bit after that major run. Fair enough, I suppose. Let's look at some shares. Anything on the share front? I couldn't find it earlier on. I think most of the ships sell, unfortunately. I think the same with Amazon. Oh, look at that mess. That's better. This is a possibility. Hey, on the 4-hour chart, came up and tested it. Can we get any more sense on the daily? No, we can't. Is it getting much follow through? That's my problem with this. $19, where we put the stop. Somewhere up there. That's sorry, that's $1. Sorry, wrong one. Maybe take it down here. Maybe take it down here. What's that? $7. And put it up here. Might just squeeze one in. I think there might be some more downside on Amazon. Anyone like to look at it? They do make it look. I think it's more of a glitch from an IT perspective. You know more about that than me, because it does, it just makes it a hassle. But we can still make a plan on the 4 hours. Tech stocks are fairly volatile, so normally you don't do CFDs on the day, but I think we can do it on the 4 hour. I do see a bit of downside here. We're looking at shorting out Nasdaq, so why would you not short the Amazon? And he's holding the 10-day moving average, as you can see. Or actually, sorry, it's not the day, on the 10 4-hour one. Anyone like to give this one a go? I think it's possibly a downside. We put the stop up here. I'll put a little bit higher up, out the way there. There we are. So only $5.60 a risk. I'll throw that down to see if anyone wants it. ANZ, is it? Yeah, ANZN dot sell. And where did I put the stop then? 142.45. And then you take that down here, I think somewhere. Make it 118.84. Definitely get a risk reward. There's no problem there. 126.80. If you want to do this, it is 5.65 per share. I'll put it on the chat line there because obviously you can't use this calculator. So I'll write it out, the pros and cons, if you want to do it. But before I do that, I want to know if anyone's interested. I don't know. I've never used them. I've shown how to place it once where you double click and then the drop down box comes. I've forgotten that. I never use them because I'm in front all the time. I'm very, very sorry to say. So you'll have to go and chase Ashley tomorrow to help you out on that one. He's a youngster. They're tech whizzes like you. But I've never used it and I've forgotten how to. I sort of know how to put one in, but I never do. Okay, but he'll certainly help you on that. Right. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to admit it. I'm not going to make me the chairman of the board of the IT section of the company anytime soon. Trust me. I get my leg pulled on it, so I might as well join in and pull my own leg on it. Okay, especially these youngsters. Okay, and certainly do want to chase it up. I think it's chase it up. Some of the pullbacks there, some of the what do you call it, the rallies. Okay, so we'll have a look at this one then. Okay, so what's it now? 127. Put that up. If you want to take it, let me know. SELLAMZN dot at, we'll make it market 127. SL, sell at 132.45. TP 118.8, call it 119. 118.84. What have I got down here? Sorry, I brought afternoon, everyone. I forgot to post it. It's written all over it. Sorry, just give me a second. Don't forget the full stop you get at Amazon at 127 stop loss. Okay. Risk is it's going up a bit, so you might want to hang 5 on this one. At the moment, the risk is actually going to. It's just a difference. I will put it down at 545, but you get 545 now. What's that? It's about 80 around it. Around about 80 around per share or per 1.0. So obviously put large figures on this one, don't forget. Okay, thank you, Raymond. Thanks for joining us. Cheers now. Okay, yeah, where was I? So it's 80 bucks or 545, you get it 19, and that was, I think, I still see the downside. I think it's just a rally quickly because it's so volatile, these tech stocks, before the sellers come in. It's still way above 110, and the yields, which is another one which is negative for shares, is holding on and still way at 3.3. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So you're getting, that's dropping as we speak. So there we are. You happy to do it? Anyone want to join finally on this one? Quickly, it's moving because I need to write this down. I've put it down for 127. Anyone joining? Well, I put it down anyway, sod you. Okay, just you and me then, finally. Fair enough. We're already getting a bit of profit. That's fine. The NAS should be falling off again. Solar rally. So you're getting a chance to be actually shooting off nicely. I'd be very careful in that, Mark, going along on this. You're in profit, make sure you look after yourself. Possible, is it a good entry? What's the S&P doing? Going up a bit, but short the rally anyway. In all sort of logic, yeah. USD, that's right. Well, it's come back and tested these areas here, and a few sellers are coming out on the 4 hour. Sorry, beg your pardon. No, it doesn't look so pretty on the daily, does it? I don't think it's ever been this low before, so we're going to have to maybe put a fib extension. I'm a bit uneasy, surely, these levels. It's been defended today, been defended yesterday. I'm a bit nervous short here. I still want the short, but I want to short up here somewhere. We'd be better if we get there. I think, for me personally, I think that should settle. Good. Okay, Philip, nice to join us as always. Go and have a bells, go and have a whiskey. Maybe he's going to have a bloody single malt or something, all beloved by Scotland. I'm a bit of a Philistine. I never really got the hit on that one. And if you go to Scotland, you put water or ice, look down the nose at you. In fact, if you get ice in a pub in the UK, give the man a bells for that. Okay. Bit nervous for that one. Okay, I'll look at the other one. GBP, JPY is all wrong. GBP is a bit weak at the moment. Oh, God, look at that. Wow, of course, that was the election thing, wasn't it? I'm not sure I'd be joining it now. I think that pound person is a bit overcooked. I personally don't. I didn't know, but I think the other guy would have been better, purely on economic basis. But anyway, and it's still got major problems. I think you see there's change of prime minister, and not, still got major hassle there. And there's a big immigrant hassle there as well, major. And it's cost the taxpayer a fortune. They don't put them in bloody concentration camps, put them in bloody guest houses, cost a fortune. Maybe you should go there. Eh? That's right. It's not a standard lot, it's a share, actually. Standard lot is a contract. It's a futures contract on the forex, completely different. This is a share where you're putting deposit down of £5, and if you get stopped out and you put 1.0, you lose 80 rand. If you put 1.5, 120, if you put 2, 160, etc., etc. Yeah. I know it's a bit nerve-wracking when you're not used to putting, like you're used to putting 0 point something or other, and suddenly you put a 1 and you go, I told you, one guy who's used to trading shares, and then we took away the JSE shares. He didn't know about our US shares, and he called me up and he says, I can't place an order, what's wrong? And he's putting like 20, he said, we don't count this guy, and 50 in on the forex. I said, that doesn't quite work that way. And I told him what the exposure was on 100 or whatever. I think I had a moment of silence. I thought I'd killed him. I thought he gave him a heart attack. And then to get the other way around, they put 0.02 or something on Ford. And this, I've got so many clients I've got to bring to my attention. I missed it. And he wondered it, it's TP. I think he made about $1. Shame. And you know what I'm saying, Mark? No one likes to lose. But very frustrating if you get a beautiful trade and you did it yourself, you worked it out, hits your TP, and your prize money is $1 or something stupid like that. So I think it was simply, I think I'd laugh, something about that. No, I'm not sure I'll be chasing it now. The pound as well, John. I'm not sure I'll be chasing this now. Look at a shorter term one if you like. It's holding. Give you a due on the hour. It's holding. Give you a due on that one. It's holding. Could break out. Could indeed break out. Where are you going to put your stop? You have to use a 4. I'm not going to stop all the way down there. Maybe stop down here. How far away is that? Yeah. Do you want to trade that for the breakout? Preempt the breakout? I think it's a bit imprudent, but if you want to do it, we can have a look at it. What do you want to do, John? It's a seriously hectic daily candle, yeah. Put it up, calculate it up if you want it. Look at that for this is today's move. 260 pips. Sound like the bloody Nasdaq, doesn't it? I'm just a bit nervous, but I might continue up, and I'm just checking out again like the cat JPY. But I think I personally probably won't buy a pullback. But you want to do it? Okay, that's fine. We'll use the 4 hour. Have a stop down here, make it 163.90. There we are. And then we can go back and see them finding on there on the week. 166. It's a bit of a tight stop, isn't it? I think we'll make the stop a little bit wider. That's more like it. Yeah, below the round figure. That's more like it. That's a better one. Okay. If you want to take that, you get a risk reward, $90, rather than a wider stop. Okay, John, if anyone wants to join him, I'll put it down. If you don't, well, I won't put it down. Anyone want to join John on this one? See, look at this momentum's there. Okay, 2 people. Momentum's there. Right, we'll put that one down. GBP, JPY, and that's 164. 163, 166. Okay, see how that goes. The momentum's there, that's for sure. Okay, you've all got that that wants it. Quite a few guys like it. Good stuff. That's still going up there, making a bit nervous now. What's it doing right up there? I was going to stop you out, it comes off, that's fine. Okay, right. And some people jumped a bit as well. Jumped a bit, but anyway. Got a wide enough stop, but this is, yeah, this is really big. Let's all got our Amazon one. Is that coming for a party? Might bounce back up again, bloody thing. Of course, with the NAS gone up. Yeah, we've got a wide enough stop, so we'll leave it going. Okay, guys, that's fine. Right. Anything you'd like to recap on? Okay, I'll knock that off. Anything you'd like to recap on in the meantime? No, do you want to join us? I'm a bit gun shy on this one. I want to, but I want to get a better price. I have to say, though, on the 4 hours, right up on resistance, isn't it? I'm starting to think maybe we get an entry here. Look at this. Quite a bit of resistance there. You see it? Momentum's still up, might get a better price, but it's looking to me that the 10-day moving average might hold. 10 times 4 hour might hold. Beg your pardon. And certainly the 10-day one held. We have to put the stop above there. There's a few sellers trying to come in here. What's the DXY doing? It's come off a little bit, but it's still above 110. Wow, that euro is weak, eh? Let's have a look. Where can we get a stop? Can we get it worth our one? Maybe just above the round figure. Do you want to do it? To put a fib extension on, is there any problem? And then we can take it down here. Do you want to do it? I'll put it up if you want. No, I don't get it. I'm not going to get it there. See if we can get one. In a moment. No, it's too high. So put the 4 hour, bring it down a bit. Don't want to get any closer than that. I'm using the 4 hour for a stop. Yeah, just above the round figure. Anyone want to do this one? We got an Amazon one in, which is not Forex clearly, and we got GBP JPY just a moment ago. as a buy, and we're looking at this one now. It seems to be coming off and being defended. Need some feedback, guys. Do you want to do it? For the record, I'm a bit nervous of it personally, but that's me. I mean, you've been right a couple of times and I missed out. Can JPY continue to bring that one up? But yeah, anyone like to do it? No, okay, we'll knock it off then. GBP JPY was a buy. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, we got on that one at 164.60, 163.90 if you want to join on that one. 163.90. And 166. That's the one we just got in, and you can still chase it now. It's 5 or 6 pips in profit. That's about 10 in profit now. But anyway, if you want to join that one, and Amazon, if that's a share, if you don't want to look at it, well, there. But I'll post on the chat line, just scroll. I'll copy and paste again. That might get a better price than what Amazon doing at the moment. It's coming off again. So yeah, that's not too bad. The NAS should be coming off at last. Yeah, start to come off good. Sense prevails. If it's still there, Mark, probably you stop. NAS is coming off. I'm just saying, might have hit your stop, eh? Are you still in long on the NAS? It's starting to come off again. And an S&P is coming off as well. Good. So if you're long on it, make sure you don't turn your profit into a loss. Just going to start to come off. Okay, that's fine. Good enough. Is Oracle still worth chasing? We had one in there the other day. No, we will still that if it breaks through here. That's it. The yen, still okay. Still okay. Certainly we're chasing it, but I think the guy's still in. I'm still in on it. I've got to stop at 142.20, by the way. If you want to put a bit higher than that, it's up to you. I might have done it, but I'm sitting there chatting to you, so I'll leave mine for a moment. You're a JPY. I've got one out on that one. Is one of yours, is it? Don't think we got that one. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Beg your pardon. 141.22. You're a JPY. Yeah, in profit now. About time. Good. I'm not sure about that, Mark. Not sure about. Oh, you're 80 pips in profit. Oh, definitely. Sorry. Oh yeah. Well, God, you're 80 pips in profit. Absolutely, lucrative. Sure. What's it doing? It's momentum strong, so you can risk putting up to 141.20. There you are. Fantastic. Okay, yeah. Put it 141.20. Then you got 50 pips. You can't go wrong. Actually, make it 140.22. There you are. I've got exactly 50 pips. There you are. Momentum still seems to be up. Look to the 15-minute. Well, sort of up. But yeah, put it up there, and then you got 50 pips, whatever happens. Good stuff. Nice to see you coming around with a few trades there, Mark. Good stuff. Now let's start the pull back. Good. Okay, so they're all doing okay at the moment. Even Amazon seems to be coming to the party. Good stuff, those who took it. Pound JPY is looking okay. Gold, well, we know gold's done well. Euro CHF, that's the only one seems to be hovering a little bit. Tussle on that one. Yeah, it's still hovering. Slightly on the downside, but not much. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Well, there's just September, but that continues to make it back there. Okay, CHF JPY. That was a bit of an interesting one. That one should be a long. I think he joined it a hell of a late, but anyway, it should be okay. Yes, he's doing fine. Good. I think he's left actually. Zef 144.70. That was Zef's idea. I was a bit nervous. Well, I know what he's doing. He's very wide stop. 142.20. Over 250 pips stop. He went for it, and at the moment he is in 40 pips profit. So that's okay. So they're all doing okay. We haven't got one bad one since the last 2-3 days. It's good. Oh, shares are shares. You don't buy shares in a company. You take a share in the profit of the company. Simple as that. Except GBP NZD. Right. Oh, quite right. Thank you. Yeah, that didn't do well. I got stopped out. All right. Well, one. I think we've got another one. Euro NZD as well. 2 of them. And we've got about a dozen up there. So I can handle 2 bad ones. No, it's not a lot. A lot is a contract. Lot, they use a lot, the word lot, but it means a contract. So taking out a futures contract on the Forex, that's just an individual share. So you're buying one share. If you're buying equity, you pay cash. So if you wanted to buy a share, we'll go back to Amazon. If you want to say, I want to buy Amazon, it'll cost you $126.80 a share. Okay. So if you have, want to buy 10 shares, obviously it'd be $1,200 or 20,000 Rand. You get the idea. Right. Now, on the CFD, only put a 5% deposit down. So one share, 5% deposit by one share. So therefore it's 1.0. It's not 1.0 lots, it's one share. I put down 1.0 because the guy's so confused out there. But people who've been trading for a while, I just say risk is $5 a share or whatever it happens to be. And they'll know one is one share. So when you put the volume, you're putting one share in. It's not a lot size. That sort of makes sense. Like you've heard it, yeah, makes sense now. Like you heard, you know, like the Tesla guy, he's got about 200 million shares in Tesla of Musk. If you buy one, you got one. Yeah, I did fall quite a bit because they had to suddenly pull out the subscribers, and the NAS and a lot of the market came off. And when the market comes off, people like sheep, you know, they just follow with it, and it just came off with everything else. Not just because of the fundamental subscriber pullback, because you know Amazon, Disney, Showmax, who else is doing this thing? You know, the competition. But I think a large amount was just because the market pulled back and the whole bloody lot came back. That's how it works. But I'm a little bit nervous short at the moment because it's a pretty good product. I don't subscribe. It's not really my stuff on there, but never mind. What they produce a pretty good, a heck of a lot for the money, put it that way. But I think it's seemed reasonably resilient for the last few days. So I'm not sure it's one of the better ones to short, but I'm not much into buying anything at the moment. I still see we've got some more down days ahead of us, put it that way. I think it's an excellent company, one of the company. Excellent company. I mean, if the JSE all share comes off, and nothing wrong with Stepper Bank or Nedbank, they'll come off with it or whatever. Simple as that. Okay, Tato, no problem. See Ash tomorrow. So it is pretty resilient in its downtime. So I think I would leave that alone because I'm nervous to buy it. Charts on the other, wouldn't it? Right, there we are. It seems to be holding that 50-day moving average. This could be looking, it might be, particularly on this one, maybe looking, could we start to look at bargain hunting there? He sold on the wrong chart, 15-minute. Could be a bit of bargain hunting creeping in here, but I still think it's part of the NASDAQ, remember? I still think some more downside. If that 50 holds and the Nasdaq continues down, that means it's extremely resilient. Then you could look maybe to buy it, but I would just leave it alone for the moment. But nothing wrong with the company, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Good. Okay, that seems to be us for the day. I've run out of ideas. We got about a dozen out of the moment. We had two, quite frankly, bad ones. And I make so much racket when I get a bad one. It's good news in the end, but you make so much fuss when you get a bad one. Clearly says it doesn't happen very often. So that, in a way, is good news. And the louder the whinge, the better news. You look at it in a rather weird way. But we've got a couple of baddies there, but seems the overall majority are good ones. So we can be rather pleased with ourselves. But just be careful taking profit too quick. It's no good having 10 winners and 2 losers, and the 2 losers outweigh your 10 winners. That's crazy. So rather modify, don't get your stop too close, and give the thing a chance. Give it a chance. And sometimes you're going to get stopped out in a pullback in a profit, and it comes off a bit more, and it's still pretty strong. You can go in again, so you might get 2 or 3 bites at the apple. So another way to look at it. Fantastic, John. If you're joining Ashley to next week, great stuff. Hope you go well, and I'll catch you next Wednesday. Thank you, Kudzai, as always, having you here. Hope you're learning good stuff there in the trading room. I hope you feel it's improving your understanding more than poring over boring old books, put it that way. And here, if you have an idea or something like that, we'll discuss it, like Ashley says. What's the difference or whatever? We can clear that matter up. And I can't do it on a chat line. You can do it much better when you have a chart in front of you on Zoom. It's much easier to explain. I'm going to try and do that. Yeah, we've done it a couple of times. It's been a lot of fun. When I'm not crying when I lose there, Ashley. Maybe I'll win on the Euro CHF. We'll see. But that's a great idea. Because what I'm trying to do, exactly what you mentioned there, is encourage people to take control themselves, have their own opinions. It means they're learning stuff. They've now their voice. I want to get away. The idea is to make you be able to fish, not me giving you the fish, if you like. So you can learn how to fish yourself. Fantastic, Precious. Yeah, I think we'll do a few more of these. In fact, you can be, I tell you what, Ashley, you can be the chairman of the bloody minders. Just go the opposite way of me, whatever. How's that? No, don't do that. Might be a good one. Or you come a good one, I'll be bloody mine. Just do the opposite. How's that? Okay, all right. Well, I'll leave on that note. Enjoy the next week. Catch you next Wednesday. And happy trading, and hope we can continue the winning run. And don't forget, get your position sizing correct. And last words, the last thing you want to do is overexpose and it goes wrong and you blow the winners. You don't want to do that. Okay, finally, you'll see if you win the NAS how it goes on, and the S&P, keep an eye on it. And there's a few winning trades you should be doing okay. I think you'll come right with the NAS and the S&P if you're in. Thank you very much, Ash. I'm just going to tell him, we'll let him in to say I'm sorry, closing up now. So we're just closing up. I think someone just joined us, Mr. Ngalo, is that pronounced? We're just closing up now. Sorry, it came a bit late. But if you want to join the trading room, you can do it tomorrow at 9:30 or 4 o'clock. Okay, just closing up now. But anyway, so now you know.